What's going on, everybody? We're back with another episode of the Matinade. I'm Brandon. That's Anthony.
What
Today we're
up?
going to be talking about the COD news that just leaked. Well, not I guess not leaked, but all the firings, the massive layoffs, and how
Yeah,
it's the perfect time for Xdefiant. I know it's
yeah,
like not to throw on the Xdefiant on top of the COD, but I mean it's just a reality. What do you
yeah.
think? I mean, you take it away. I'll let you
Bro.
start.
I'm about to say something like with like the new they were talking about it like because COD just had their major one Boston
Yeah,
over the weekend, and like there was like rumblings the whole time about it, about like people may get laid off like after this and everything, and like we just found out today they like laid off like all the
yeah,
observers
all
for
observers.
COD.
Yeah,
Like I saw something crazy that there's like technically only 12 people working in their esport division now.
yeah.
I don't know if that means like nameless in them. Like is that them?
Like
Like I don't even know what that
Puckett,
means. Yeah, like
Puckett's
is it
about to be
they're one of
observing
the
up there.
12? Yeah.
Puckett's
Yeah,
gonna be like,
yeah, bro, everyone's literally trolling like who's observing, who's gonna observe. It's like, yeah, who is? Like how does this league even finish the year with like what they're saying just happened? But it just like you said, like X defined, like we're throwing it in there because I really do believe like it would be in the best interest of COD fans,
yeah,
just like FPS esport fans, if like we all collectively
yeah,
went over to X and just like supported and
yeah,
like built
for
that game
sure.
up to be the esport. Because no matter what we say, no matter what we do, the developers for COD and Activision are
Yes.
always going to be thinking casually. They're never going to really be listening. Like, granted, they'll do some things here and there, but you're always going to be fighting uphill battles
Yeah.
with them. And by going to X Defiant, being with Aches, who's a former pro, who has the competitive mindset, he's got the esports like heart at his core, like he wants it to succeed. Like
Yeah.
I don't know. I just feel like it would be instead of like trying to resuscitate COD
Yeah.
from like what is going to be the death of the CDO. Like this is like, come on. Like
Yeah.
we've been saying it, everyone's been saying it. Like this is just like another nail in the coffin. Instead of trying to resuscitate it and going through these cycles of games year after year after year, like aren't we tired of it?
Yeah.
Aren't we tired of going through these shitty games?
Aches.
And more thing before I let
Yeah.
you speak is I want like me personally, I want to watch an esport where it's the same game every year. I know
Yeah.
that sounds like redundant almost and like not as fun to like
Yeah.
see a new game every year, but the biggest esports in the world
Yeah.
are playing the same game for over 5+ years.
Yep.
CS:GO, League, what's the other one?
I
What's
mean, you
that
could
other
even say Halo. Halo's been doing.
Halo five was what, 5+ years?
Yeah.
Halo Infinite's going on year 3. Like it's the same game. And get this, they're so much more enjoyable to watch.
Yep.
They are.
I mean, I was just saying to your point. Like Aches says it every year. They break things on. It's like they break things on purpose, fix them up for the next game, and then
Yep.
they just it's like you said in one of our videos. Like they have all the solutions.
Yeah.
It's just rehashing the same game over and over again. You have the ability to make it good. You are
Yeah.
choosing not to, and
Right.
I think that's the problem. I think, and like I said, it's easy, and depending on how, it doesn't matter about how you feel about X Defiant. I think if you've played the game, I mean, listen, like I said, everybody follows Scump and things like that. Even Scump, when he finally got into the game and he saw the groove and saw the potential, the game has potential. I think
Absolutely.
it really could succeed if, like you said, everybody gets on board and
Yeah.
pushes this as the new esport and
Yeah.
rallies behind it. Like, imagine if we had the flank or the breakdown doing COD. I mean, I'm doing X Defiant
Right.
and showing up and helping with a land, like doing that tech. You know how Texas has that their home lands. Like,
Yeah.
what if they throw X Defiant land? Like, then the game has potential to
Right.
succeed, and that's what we need moving forward. Because let's be honest, like you said, what what's going to be the next game? It's either that or nothing. There's literally, we're not going to keep forcing these terrible CODs over year after year, and then it gets into the debate of, are they even going to give us the ability to host tournaments on our own without Activision being like, no, we're not even going to let you. Since the CDL failed, we're not even going to let you host a tournament. And like we said before, they could be that petty and not let any third party person throw a
right?
tournament. I really don't see how they like that not being a possibility. They're very petty.
Yeah, I completely agree. And like, I don't know, I just look at it like everyone always wants to go back to like Treyarch as like the saving grace. Like they're
Yeah.
the developers that are always out for like the competitive scene.
Mm.
But like, bro, that's once every 3 years.
Yeah.
Like, are we gonna just like have one good game, 2 shitty years, one good game, 2 shitty years? Like, keep doing this over and over. And even people in the COD scene have been like begging for like a stable esport COD, like
Yeah.
like a breakaway game to just
Yep.
have the esport on, which they'll never do. You can
Never
like
do.
think they'll like that would never happen to Activision. They would never do that.
Nope.
They will never like put the esport over their money in the
Nope.
casual game that they want to make every year, the nostalgia game they want to make. And I'm gonna say this. I don't even think this next Treyarch game will be good because you know why? It's on the Infinity Ward
Yeah.
engine now.
Yeah.
The
It's
tax rate is here to stay. The doors are here to stay.
yeah.
Cold War was good because it wasn't on that engine yet. Cold War with tax rate and doors would have been ass. And
Yeah.
that's what you're getting with the next Treyarch
Yep.
game.
And that's it for the rest of
Yeah, the rest of
time.
COD is the rest of COD is now pretty much Infinity Ward overlooking it. That's like the main developer for
And I
Call of
get
Duty
it
again.
though. It was smart from a developer standpoint of, hey, let's just have one platform and just keep updating it and updating and
Yeah.
updating, which is what we said. It's like they took what we said, but they found a way to just sell $67 every year, and then on the
Yeah.
same engine, nothing new. They're just going to keep rehashing maps, and it's
Yep.
just going to be over and over. And if that's what you want to support, which is like what we said in our in our pod that you're gonna have to watch and subscribe to, see that we're coming out Saturday. Um, is that what you want? You just want to keep supporting a company that just is just putting the same thing out over and over, and that's what you want?
Yeah, like they're
That's
literally like insulting you.
yeah,
Pretty much. And like to me
it's
that is
insult.
an insult. Like putting out the same game, like expecting people to keep buying the same game, like being okay with the same mistakes. Like at what point do you start like taking it as like disrespect like that they're
Yeah,
like literally
they
like, oh,
don't.
you don't care, you
They
don't
don't.
care,
They don't
like we have the
realize it as
same issues. Oh,
disrespect. It's
scan and
crazy.
repair, you have a $3,000 PC, we can't fix it, sorry.
Scan and
Your
repair.
PC's not, yeah, your PC's not good enough apparently, sorry, like we're not gonna fix it, we don't care about you, just keep buying our game.
It's
And like,
unbelievable.
and that's what I'm saying, like I know Ubisoft's not the greatest company, like
Yes,
obviously,
yes, we know
but
that.
I would rather support like a game that has the competitive like mindset behind it and just like something that's trying to be creative. Like don't be wrong, like it's not like groundbreaking the game. Like it's still like an FPS at the end of the day. It's like Black Ops 2-esque, but
Hmm.
at least there's like some creativity
Yeah,
to it.
there's
At
something.
least at least they're like going in on the maps. Like the maps are so like creative, like compared to anything we've gotten
Yeah,
lately. Like,
for
literally
sure.
anything, which is
Yep.
insane to me. And I'd rather support a company that's like letting their developers be creative than a company that is literally just like locking their like arms behind their back and saying, "Here, put
Hmm.
out this nostalgia, put out this nostalgia." And speaking on the Treyarch thing, just like circling back to that point, I already saw that they're putting out a Black Ops 2 like remaster or something in the next
Yeah,
couple years. Like
yeah,
that's like another insult to people.
but
They're like, here,
they'll love
you
it.
gonna buy our remaster? Like you want this game back? It's like,
Yep.
no, don't buy it. Don't. And speaking to your point about Scump and Zuma, bro, that's really all it would take.
That's all it would
If you
take.
if you can get the top influencers for COD, like Scump, the Flank, to just show like 80% like
Yeah.
I don't care, like you can still support COD, but like really bring that like authentic energy and like
Hmm.
support to Xdefiant, bro. I swear we could literally just transition the COD
Yeah.
esport to
And
Xdefiant and be in a better spot.
just another point. This is I'm thinking I'm cancelable thought, but I was just saying like this could potentially be like our own, and what I mean by that is like you said before, and like we've said before, everything is run by the Saudis right now.
Yep. I was thinking the
Ubisoft
same thing. I was
has
thinking
the
the same thing.
potential to put maybe everything's run through them,
Yeah.
not outsourcing, and then it's all like in house because right now everything is literally like ESL, Face It, everything is
Yep.
owned by the Saudis, and I'm not. We're not saying that there's anything ran, done by the Saudis. It's bad, but we're saying is when it's something is it literally owned by another country, the politics, the form, everything that goes into running an event is probably way more difficult than if it was just a North American company running the show and
Yeah.
not having any problems. You know what I mean? Like, because now, like for example, we watch PUBG ranked. Competitive, and
Hmm.
now because they don't get North American tournaments or European tournaments. They're always in like some country abroad. It was over in it was actually wasn't it over the PGC was
It was
over.
in Dubai,
Yeah, it was
bro.
in Dubai, and what I'm saying is like they have to put their stuff at the forefront.
Yeah.
Nothing wrong with that, but I'm saying
Yeah.
now it takes back from the player focus. It's more highlighted on the Saudi focus, and that's what I'm saying with with if it's potentially our thing, you could see more potential brands involved. Like it could be
Yeah.
like the full time flank thing or a breakdown thing. Like when it transitions to Saudi, like we might not see the breakdown allowed on. Do you know what I'm saying? Like they might not
Yeah.
be allowed on, or the flank might not be allowed on because they don't necessarily align with them. That's just
Yeah.
a thought. And I'm
Nah, bro.
thinking,
That
like you said, like if they just transition and get on Xdefiant, that could be your thing. Now you're involved. You're in the roots of it. They
you know,
can't
but
get rid of you.
that's honestly a great point. That makes me think back to what Adam said about like the CDL and how they just like took the MLG brand and pretty much like ruined it. Like
Yeah.
took like something that was like cultural and just like didn't take advantage of it. And like that's only going to get worse with ESL and Face
Yeah.
It. Like you said, like nothing wrong with Saudi running it, but at the end of the day, like they're not only running it like for money.
Yeah,
Like it
for
has
money.
nothing, there's
And
no
nothing else.
love, there's
Hmm.
no passion for esports. It's strictly just a money thing for them. Like that's already what we see with the CDL. Like you see, it's straight
Yep.
money. Like they're trying to get as much revenue out of it as possible. And like you just said with XFine, with like it being their own thing, we could like
Yeah.
almost I don't want to say like bring MLG back, but we could like
Yeah.
have that resurgence of like that cultural aspect to esports.
Yes, I
And
think
it
it
literally
could.
and it goes along with like the tweet with the layoffs. Like that dude, Jacob Wolf said like esports isn't like its own thing anymore. It's just like a
Yeah.
marketing ploy.
Yep.
It's just like a revenue stream for these companies
Yep.
and these countries. And like what you just said about XDefiant, it really could be back to like the industry, like
Yeah.
XDefiant esports. Like Ubisoft has like a chance to
Yeah.
actually, I don't know, like put a new foot in. Like
Yeah. I think they could. It's
it's really
bigger. I
it's
don't think people
crazy timing
understand
for them.
like they really have the potential
Yeah.
to make something and run it and own it and make it theirs and then like bring people in and they could probably make a ton. Imagine them doing open brackets. Imagine
Yeah.
them doing all those tourneys and it's all in house and they're making all that money straight back off a free to play
Yep.
game. Listen, the sky is literally the limit for them if
Right.
they view it that way. I mean,
And
I
they
think
have and they have so much like insight to go off of with like how the CDL was ran, how
and they got
MLG used to run
aches.
their stuff. Yeah, they got aches. Like literally some of that was a part of it for
Yeah,
so long. I just feel like they have such a like we said in our last video about X5, but they really, really do have such a good opportunity to like be the leader
yeah,
again. Like be like a new leader in esports. It's so
yeah,
weird to say that
yeah. It
with like
is. It's
how
true.
old esports are now, but like they really do for SPS esports. Like because even Halo, like even though it's its own thing, like the HCS, like
Yeah,
I don't know, like something about Microsoft, like it like really is
yeah,
weird to me, like how little care they've given Halo, especially Infinite. Like
yeah. Infinite. Yeah,
Halo was Xbox.
yeah,
Like Halo was
yeah.
Xbox. And the fact that they treat their main game so poorly is so strange to me.
Remember Halo 5? We used to have league matches we could
Yeah,
watch on the Wii. We don't even have league matches anymore. I don't know what
I'm
happened
saying.
to league matches.
Like so even though there is like because that's what I'm trying to say, like even though there is like a game that is doing it on their own, like
Yeah,
they can really like they could do it on their own, but like to like the degree where they really own it. They really show that passion for it
yeah.
and like really bring that cultural aspect back, like I keep saying.
I
And it's
think
something we need.
I think they have a potential. I mean, we could go into another topic. I think that we could wrap it up there because it made me start thinking about how like matches used to be on random weeknights. CDL
Yeah,
or Cold War League or the COD World League
yeah,
used to be matches on random weeknights. Like that felt organic because it was like,
yeah.
hey, we need something to watch. I remember Wednesday night FaZe versus Optic had 50K viewers. Like
Right,
on Black Ops 3, like we're watching them on Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Man, nobody's. I mean, I'm not saying that nobody's watching, but I mean, I just think that the matches on the weekdays is always good. Halo used to have matches on the weekdays. Like, where's that?
bro. Honestly, now you just said that too.
I
Another
know, I know,
sidebar.
I know, I
Like
know.
we're
It's a
like we're
sidebar.
we're
Yeah,
trying. We're kind of starting to ramble, but it really does speak to like what we said in our like other previous episode. They gotta watch when it comes out on Saturday. Like keep it, but like the bleed through of like the kind of people they're trying to attract. Like esports
attract.
is trying to attract like these people that don't have that. They don't have it in them. Like
Yeah, they don't. It's
I
not
don't
in
know
them.
really how I don't know how else to explain it, but you're trying to attract people that truly do not
Nope,
care deep down about it.
nope.
And it's so strange. Like, why are you trying to attract like soul like literally I'm gonna say like soulless, like
Yeah,
unpassionate people to
yeah.
your thing? Like it's like that's how sports operate.
That
They
is.
don't care if you
Yeah,
truly care about their sport or not. They just want you buying shit. And that's like how esports are trying to operate. And that is not what made gaming and esports like the thing they were.
and then that's
And
why we
that's
get the.
where it's heading. Yeah,
That's
and
why
that's
we have
where
the
it is now.
CDL, and
And
that's why the
that
CDL failed
yeah.
because they got a bunch of soulless, lifeless people to
Yeah.
suck up all that passionate energy,
Literally.
and then now here we are. And I think that's a great. Honestly, I think that's a great point to cut it off before we start rambling anymore and then get it. You know, we already said a
Seriously
lot.
though.
We already said a lot. Already said a lot to probably get me canceled. Me
Yeah.
personally, but I think
Listen, we
I
ain't
think
holding
I
back.
think that sums up everything. Like we said, quick rundown. Xdefiant, this is your time. CDL's probably this official last year.
They
Um,
like straight dagger.
time to pick it up. Time to step up, Xdefiant, Ubisoft. All right,
We
so
need somebody.
we'll see you guys in the next one. All right,
Yep.
peace.
Peace.